This sucks, and it's horseshit. But I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
I am a class act. No, I'm not. That's a lie. That's a lie. And I am going to say something. My freaking puppy, love her to pieces. So adorable. So adorable. Told you before. She has a few quirks that are disgusting. One of which is eating her own feces or the other dog's feces straight from the buttocks. But we have this rug in our living room, and no matter what we do, that's what she does. In the middle of the night, she'll take a piss in this one specific spot. I've carpet cleaned it a million times. Still just like fucking disgusting. And it's getting to the point where it just reeked. So I took it outside and put it on the driveway. The weather's really nice right now here in Colorado. So I'm scrubbing it, getting a power washer, spraying the fuck out of it, right? I get it to dry because I used our carpet cleaner to suck up the extra moisture. I think she may have fucking ruined the rug. Fucking annoying. God damn dogs. And here's what's even more devastating. Obviously, I don't have it fully ready to bring back in the house because I want to make sure it's better before I put it back where it was. It's that spot. The freaking dog took a piss on the hardwood floors. We need to get new hardwood floors. They're all fucked up from we had a broken dishwasher and it kept leaking. You'd fix it for a few months, then all of a sudden out of the blue just leaked everywhere, ruined our kitchen floors, hardwoods. We just, you got to save up to get new floors. But either way, she pissed over there. Those floors haven't seen, basically sunlight or any sort of potential damage in years. And as soon as I take the rug off to go clean it, she pisses over there, ruins the floor. I'm like, oh, God. The floors are just done anyway. You can tell that they're way past their prime, and they just don't do well with moisture. Clearly, it's all swollen because it's full of urine. It's disgusting. Anyway, that's my life. Well, see you guys. See ya. What the shit? Oh my God. Hey, what's up? What's wrong with your floor over here? Well, it's all bubbled up from urine.
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Oh my God. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I do, honestly. Hopefully you're not dealing with animals or anybody defecating or peeing anywhere. So yeah. She was eating poo the other day, and she has a massive underbite, and she's comes inside and she's like licking her lips. You can always tell when she just got done chomping on a poopy treat. And then she looks at me, wagging her tail, and her underbite is stuck. So basically her bottom teeth are sticking out over her top lip. She's just like, hello, Daddy. I just ate poop. Oh, gross. Such a special dog. Special dog. She's a rescue. Some people say she rescued me, though. No, actually, no. I think she's made my life a living hell as of right now. But she's adorable. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. A lot to get into, a lot of crazy stories. You got this big rumor that came about, and then boom, the door got slammed in somebody's face with some facts. So that's going to be fun to get into. Don't forget to hit the like button as well as the subscribe button as well, wherever you're listening or watching. Remember today's show, it's brought to you by Bet Online. Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, Bet Online is your ultimate game day companion. They got the largest selection of odds on everything from the NBA to college basketball, NHL, and UFC. Bet Online continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, Bet Online has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, every win. betonline.ag. Go there right now. Do it. BetOnline, the game starts here. Speaking of starting, let's go ahead and do it. Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
You know what I wish I had? A toilet. But not just any toilet.
It's made of gold.
A toilet made of gold would be fantastic. Thank you, Alec Baldwin. We talked about this, I want to say last year, but it's crazy how the legal system is so fucking slow. So slow. The trial is officially beginning for the 3 men accused of stealing the golden toilet from Winston Churchill's birth home. This happened back in 2019. That's insane. They never found the golden toilet. Most likely, they just, broke it down, melted it off, and sold it, as a gold bar or something like that. That's what I would do. If I was going to steal a golden toilet, that's what I would do. I'd figure out how to melt it, and then boom, there you go. Got a gold bar. Or just make it into something else. I got a golden, I wouldn't do a microphone. I'm fine with my basic color microphone that I have here. But I'd do something like an eagle next to my bed. Ooh, or a golden whistle. So I could whistle at people. Like, stop it. Oh, he's got a golden whistle. We better listen. It's impressive, though, that these guys who allegedly stole this golden toilet, they did it in 5 minutes or under 5 minutes. That's not bad. I'm curious, was it top to bottom gold? Like even the nuts? Because I don't know if I'd want nuts that, I don't know if I'd want nuts made of gold. I don't. Although I have dreamt about it. You know what I mean. That would be terrible. God, my nuts are so heavy. Why? Well, I got gold testicle implants. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but now it's just a lot of clanking and just a lot of weight between my legs. My scrotum is really stretched out right now. I love when I find out people are working out while listening to this show, and then they almost drop weights on themselves, or they're at work, or they're around people that shouldn't be listening. Either way, and the volume's turned up. Be like, that's on you, dude. It's on you. I'm talking about getting testicle implants made of solid gold. Clanky, 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 clank. Here comes Todd. Clinky, clinky, clink. Can you wear more restrictive underwear, please, Todd? Because it's really distracting when you walk down the hallway. Oh, really? Yeah, the other day you were doing jumping jacks while you're waiting for the copy to go through. That just it actually sounded like somebody clanging a gong several times. Gong, gong, gong. Anyway, golden toilet got stolen, and the trial's starting. It'll be interesting to see if these guys get actually, thrown in jail. If there's no evidence, I mean, come on. It sounds like the only way these guys get officially in trouble is if somebody rolls on them. And you know what happens to snitches? They gon' get stitches. Snitches get stitches. Okay? I saw this, and I feel like we can answer the question without reading the article. Ready? See, I want you to shout it out wherever you're listening or watching, and I want you to see if by the time I'm done with this, and then I give you my answer, see if we're on the same page. It says, I'm a flight attendant. Here's why you should never grab your bags during an emergency evacuation. Why do you think you shouldn't go grab your bags if you're trying to evacuate a plane that's, say, on fire or whatever? Okay? Right. Because you're going to fucking die if you do, or kill somebody else. Hold on, I need to get my luggage down here. Oh, Harold, can you come over here and help me? Fucking leave, old lady. Come on. You see how shitty people are when they have all the time in the world, kind of, when there's not stress of getting out because you're afraid the plane's going to blow up. You see how shitty people are, how slow people are, or how just dumb people are. Yeah, that's why every second is a wasted moment. Every second. I don't think you need to write an article about it. Although, I say that. Somebody's going to read that article and go, oh, shit. I guess I never thought about that. I was going to go get my luggage from the, from the overhead bins. Yeah, I guess I should just evacuate. Duh. I don't use that word very often, but yeah, there you go. Some people are so dumb. Also, there could be smoke, and you could be inhaling the smoke. Come on, basically the end result is you're either going to die or you're going to cause other people to die. Don't grab your shit. Jesus criminy. Alabama police are searching for the owner of a runaway goat. Could you just imagine? It's my last day before retirement. My last shift. Hopefully it's going to be an easy shift. We got a runaway goat. Runaway goat on Main Street. Oh, damn it. I'm getting too old for this shit. And then you go chase down the goat. Now you got to go chase down, find the owner. I got to be honest. If I was a police officer, I'd be so pissed off with that shit. Be like, come on. Really? I have to go look for a fucking goat? Can I just go patrol like some really, risky area? I'd rather do that than chase a fucking goat. Come on. Mainly because my luck, I'd be chasing the goat. Then I think I got it. And then I'm either going to go tackle it and it headbutts me, or I just totally miss it. And then I end up like tearing a muscle or something. Like, how'd you tear your Achilles? Because I was trying to tackle a goat. Oh, I've been there. That's why you use Velcro gloves. You're welcome. We from Montana and Wyoming, we always use Velcro gloves. That way those farm animals don't get away from you. Why would they? What? Huh? Never mind. Never mind. Oh, that would be so annoying to be a police officer. I went through all this police training, and now I'm chasing a goat. A ramen shop owner places cash bounty on heads of customers who left bad review and is quoted saying, "I'll deal with you." What the fuck, dude? Again, we were just talking about reviews like on Monday. There's people that leave these nasty reviews and think that there's no, consequences. Only leave a bad review if it's pure shit. If it's bad, leave a bad review. Some people, though, this is what I always say: read the bad reviews. Like if it's a 1 or 2 star, go read those, and then make your evaluation on if this place or this product is good. Because sometimes when you read the review, why did they get a 1-star review? I've seen this before. Well, the food was really good. Crew was really friendly, but they were so busy, it took a lot longer to get my food than it should have. Wait, so you gave a 1-star out of 5-star review because the place was busy. You did get your food. It tasted really good. The staff was really friendly. You just had to wait longer than you anticipated. That's horseshit. That's why you read the 1-star reviews. or the 1 or 2, whatever. Because a lot of times it's dumb shit like that. Then you go, well, I'll go there. The guy that gave it a 1-star review said the food was fucking good. He's just a dick. But in this case, the ramen guy, like apparently he's going to find you. He's going to hunt you down Liam Neeson style because you like Taken. Instead, this is like reviews. And he's like, I don't know who you are. But I have, what does he say? I don't know who you are, but I got a long line of experience where I kill people. I don't remember anything he says in that movie, Taken. I don't know who you are and what you're doing, but you have taken something from me, and I want it back. I'm going to kick you in the pee-pee when I see you again, you butt. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you got to be careful with those reviews. You can fuck up a company by doing that. Because a lot of times people don't take the time to review why is it a bad review? And if it's legitimate, then yeah. If it seems legitimate, if you see a pattern, people are saying the same thing, like, horrible service, food was just mediocre or something like that, then you'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to go there. And if you don't see the company responding, that's also a big red flag too, where obviously they don't give a shit. So but there's people that leave bad reviews. Like I apparently did and don't remember doing it, like giving 1-star reviews without an actual written review. That can fuck up a company. So that's why I went back when I noticed those. I had to have been half asleep. Had to have been. So fucking bizarre. And that's why I changed them back to 5s, even though I hadn't like visited half the places. Anyway, so yeah, be careful. Be careful. I love ramen, by the way. Not like the shit you buy at the grocery store. I mean, you go to a restaurant that sells legit ramen with like the hard-boiled egg or whatever it is in there, and you get like the spicy one. Oh, so good. So good. There's a place over here in Westminster, Colorado at the Orchard. It's at the Orchard, I think. I think that's where it is. And it's called, Volcano Ramen. I love that place. Love that place. Super friendly, clean, and just good food. They're not a sponsor, but I love them. They're delicious. Great place. Pokemon fans are here. Everybody gather around. We're talking about the Pokemon. Don't know why I went into that accent. Pokemon fans are bidding thousands of dollars, and I'm going to say this name wrong because I don't do Pokemon. Charizard-shaped Flamin Hot Cheeto. It looks like a character from Pokemon. And as of right now, I think the bidding is right around $2,000 for a fucking Cheeto that is shaped like a fictional character. It's not even like Jesus or anything like that. Although some people think that's a fictional character. Don't need to go down that path. We don't need to go down that path. No, we're not. Okay? Not talking religion on this. Okay, I could have said it's shaped like Wayne Gretzky. That's like the worst. I mean, like, I think it looks like Wayne Gretzky. I don't know. That's just bizarre. And it's ridiculous that people will spend that kind of money on an item that just came out of a factory, essentially just crapped out of a factory and put in a bag. And then people are like, you know what this looks like? No idea. It looks like Charizard from Pokemon. Oh my God, it does. This is fantastic. I'll give you $20 for it. I just spent a lot. But here's what's wild. This is not like the most expensive like Cheeto to be sold at auction. It hasn't officially sold yet, but it's going to any day now. Back in 2017, remember that gorilla? Is it Harambe? I don't know how you say it, but whatever. The gorilla guy. It's not a guy. It's a gorilla. There was a Cheeto shaped like him, and it sold on eBay. Guess. What's your guess how much this fucking gorilla-shaped Cheeto went for at auction? Wrong. $100,000. If you ever think that there's a bunch of people out there that have way too much money, if you're thinking that, you're absolutely right. Who has that kind of money to just crap away? If I have $100,000 to just crap away on a Cheeto that looks like a gorilla, if I had that kind of money, somebody punch me in the face and then make me realize that I should, if I'm just going to throw away money, start giving it to charity, start giving it to random people, something like that. Come on. That's ridiculous. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? You invite people over to look at your bad financial decisions. That's what happens. I still go back to anytime somebody buys something like that, I can't imagine if you're in a relationship, especially if you're married, if your finances are tied together, I can't imagine that you openly tell your significant other that that's what you're going to purchase. You just tell them after the fact. Because I can't imagine that's going to be something like if I have that kind of money and I tell my wife, hey, I'm going to eBay, I'm gonna buy something. I have no cap on what I'm gonna, spend. Okay, what are you gonna buy? Well, it's a gorilla-shaped Cheeto. And right now, bidding's at $90,000. I'm gonna fucking divorce you. That's like right. That wouldn't you think? Those would be the first words out of her mouth. Or you're a fucking idiot. One of those. Come on, people. Just give me the money. Okay? If you're just gonna poop it away, give it to me. Jesus Christ. You know what we need to do? Let's jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
Well, I hate to see when a friend of mine makes the headlines and it backfires. My buddy Cecil Lammey of footballguys.com, as well as 104.3 The Fan here in Denver, came out with a tweet yesterday and did a video about it. But he said, according to league sources, they're telling him that four-time Super Bowl champion tight end Rob Gronkowski is considering a return to the NFL. He worked with Sean Payton at Fox, and I'm told he loves Denver and QB Bo Nix. Blah, 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 blah. Right? You're like, Jesus Christ. Why would anybody want Gronk on their team? He's been out of the game for a bit. He's up there in age. You wouldn't want that. I mean, that's not a dig at him. If it was Gronk in his prime, sure. But he's not in his prime. And then, it just seems so far-fetched. He's been out for a couple of years now. He's been doing a lot of appearances on TV. So many different random things, commercials. Feel like that he's found his niche post playing career, right? So then quickly after that went viral. I mean, this thing is fucking everywhere. Ian Rapoport of NFL Network. Is he still on NFL Network? Whatever. He's a massive insider. He knows everybody. Ian popped out with, nope, nonsense. Well, that's not a good look, Cecil. I love you to pieces. I do, Cecil. But fuck. Fuck. Then Jordan Schultz, also a big time insider, said, I asked Rob Gronkowski. He went to the source. Oh, shit. Asked about his so-called NFL comeback. Here's what Gronk had to say. Crazy, bro. They must know something about me that I don't. I wish I still had all those powers because that would be cool if I did. But I was just in Australia for a few days. Now it's time to relax. No football. No football. Oh my God. Cecil. Basically, Gronk just said this.
Gronk ain't going nowhere.
He's not. He's staying put in retirement. Oh, that sucks. Here's what I will say in Cecil's defense. By the way, Ryan Edwards and Benjamin Albright were at the combine, and they quickly asked Broncos GM, what's his name? George Paton, about Gronk and his alleged interest. And essentially going, well, that's news to me. But if he's interested in the Broncos, that would be cool. Here's the thing. And this is kind of what Ryan had said on social media is if Gronk was really out there putting in some work, working out in Vail, which is what Cecil was being told, people would know about it as far as the GMs go. They would know about it. So Ryan says on and off the air that George Paton is just like, no, that's news to us. And then to have Jordan Schultz come out and say, well, here's what Rob Gronkowski sent me when I asked him about it. Fucking news to me. Dude, bro, I've been in Australia hammering beers with the locals, hanging out with the ladies with the beautiful accent. Not even thinking football in that realm. That sucks. But in Cecil's defense, going back to that, sometimes you get bad info. Sometimes somebody that is allegedly in the know is telling you, oh, I know firsthand, but they're hearing it from this guy, from this guy, from that guy. And if they're thinking that if they think Gronk is working out in Vail, probably what happened is somebody saw some jacked white dude catching balls up in Vail. And they're like, that looks like Rob Gronkowski. Next thing you know, boom, 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 game of telephone. Then it goes to somebody that has some ability to get the info out there. Cecil ends up being the fall guy. Did Cecil make it up? No. I'll put everything on that. He just got bad info. That shit happens all the time. That happens a lot. And whoever he got that info from, I guarantee you he's on his shit list now. Because Cecil is the one sitting there with egg on his face, but he's the one that got lied to. That shit happens, though. You got to be careful when you find out information. And even though Cecil is saying, according to my sources, it still goes back to him. People are going to be like, no, Cecil's just making it up. He's not making it up. He just got bad info, and he's the one that spoke it out. That sucks. Sucks. But that's the business. That's the business of media, especially news and sports media, is you get information, you got to double check somehow. You got to triple check somehow. But then if you get somebody that is supposed to be this really high-end source. You're like, do I really need to double check his work? There's some guys, there's people that know people that you're like, I wouldn't second guess them at all. You get, especially like when I worked at the radio station, we'd get shit like that all the time. Hey, I'm hearing this from some people. Well, we'd have to, we heard so and so just got in a car accident. So then I'd get on the phone, start calling, the police department or whatever, and see if they can verify whatever. You have to do that. You can't just go on the air and be like, according to a source, this is what happened. You have to back it up. I don't know all the details of what happened behind the scenes with Cecil, but I guarantee you he wasn't out there trying to make headlines and just trying to make up news. Like I said, I bet money on it. And I don't like to spend money if I don't have to. Okay? You know me, I'm a cheap motherfucker. But that shit happens. Sometimes you get bad info. Bad info. Remember when I was talking about Jason Whitlock's story where he was saying Shedeur Sanders rented out a strip club for 2 days in Texas or whatever, and it was before their Alamo Bowl and all this stuff. And I'm saying the source I got it from, and I'm still saying it allegedly, and I still had people crawling up my butthole about saying that it was wrong information. And I'm just saying this is where I got it from. This is my source. This is who it is, because he went public with it. And I'm not saying it's true. But if it is, it's disappointing. Oh my God. My goodness. It was like I was burning a Bible or something. People are like, oh, what are you doing? You're a piece of shit. I hope you die. Like, what? No, I'm just relaying information. And I'm even saying, don't know if it's true or not. But this sucks. I love Cecil, but I understand how you can get burned by a source. And if you think this is the only time this shit has happened, it happens so fucking much in media, it's ridiculous. Now you just got to wonder who the original source was and where the fuck did they get their information? Because apparently Gronk ain't doing nothing. Gronk don't give a shit.
Gronk ain't going nowhere.
He is not. He is done. Dunzo. Broncos general, we were just talking about Broncos general manager George Paton, and he was at the combine yesterday speaking, and he was talking about what their needs are in the upcoming draft.
Well, I mean, there's a chance we bring Javonte back, and I think Javonte is one of the best pass protectors in the league, and I think he's still young and he's still ascending, another year removed from the injury. But I think there's so many different flavors in this draft of runner, and we have some backs that we like. And so it's going to be an interesting process. It already has been, just to get to know these runners. I know we're searching for the Joker. It's kind of like the Loch Ness Monster, trying to find a goddamn Joker. But I've played Sean's teams that had them, and they're hell. So, yeah, a lot of different backs. I think it's a good year to maybe – go get a back because there's so many.
I like that. I know everybody, myself included, bagging on Javonte Williams, and that is one. He's not that far removed from having come back from injury. Javonte Williams. I think that's something that I tend to forget. He is really good at pass blocking. That is an overlooked skill, I think, by many people, myself included. So part of me is just like, geez, listen to him talk about that. It's like I wouldn't mind if they kept Javonte and one of the other guys, but they do have a good stable of running backs when you think about it. who Jaleel McLaughlin. You got Audric Estime, Taylor Bidet. But then you start looking at the running backs out there. You got the one guy I really like is from Kansas, Devin Neal. I just like his style. And there's so many other guys. There's that guy from North Carolina. There's a lot of good running backs out there. That's basically what he's saying is pure fact. So then it makes you wonder, what do the Broncos do? Do they go and make a leap and try to bring in one of these big names? Genty? Do you want Genty on your team? I don't know. I'm starting to have doubts about Genty. He might be good. He might be good. But is he I don't know. This is what makes the draft time so interesting. Because you can overthink a player. You could think about him too much and then go, I don't know, maybe he's not as good as I thought he was. But then he's like super fucking good. I think a lot of people did that with Bo Nix. They're like, well, I don't know. I don't think he's that special. And then sure shit looks like he's special. So it's neat to think that that's like one of their big targets in the draft is running back. And we'll see who comes through. How many guys that are on the roster now for the Broncos run game are going to be there week 1? So it'll be interesting to find out. I can't wait. If they get an upgrade at running back, I'm all for it. But when he talks about Javonte being good on the pass block, that is a bonus. I don't just need a guy that's going to be able to run through a hole. I need a guy that is going to pick up a blitz. Because there are some guys we've had in the past where they just get trucked and they're just a little speed bump on the way to sacking the quarterback. You know, you need to give your quarterback as much time as possible. It doesn't matter what team you root for. You need to make sure you got a running back in the backfield that is able to protect the quarterback as well as run the rock. So good stuff from George Paton. If you want some good coverage of the combine, I know 850K Away's out there. Who else? My guy Troy Ranks out there too. Follow them. All doing a great job. All the content is essentially the same, so just follow whoever the fuck you want. But you're getting some good insight. And if you're a Bronco fan, those are the guys you want to follow. Obviously, if you're a Lions fan or a Chiefs fan or whatever, follow specific guys. But it's really neat. There's a lot of information being thrown around. Some of it, I mean, is just nonsense. Kind of like the whole Gronk thing. I'm glad he's not coming back. It's like, stay fucking retired, dude. We don't need another, I don't know, maybe I'll come back. Maybe I will. Just stay fucking retired. And everybody else that's on their wishy-washy legs, should I return or not? Probably Jason Kelce, by the way, or excuse me, Travis Kelce is going to return. He's got one more year on his deal. And according to the Chiefs GM, he doesn't see him retiring before that, which is a shame. But that makes sense. Let him finish out his thing. It was just more wishful thinking in my part. I think if they would have won the Super Bowl, that he would have retired and then proposed to Tay-Tay. But you know what we need to do right now? Let's go ahead. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
We got a couple of them. This one comes in from Dougie Doug. God, I love that name. Dougie Doug. If you were an on-air host, Doug, for a radio station, the voiceover guy would be like, now for Try 102, it's Dougie Doug. Dougie Doug playing the hits. Is Try 102 still up in Windsor? I interned up there with them and K99. Anyway, back in the day. Oof. I don't think I slept when I was an intern. Holy shit. Because I was interning, working at a regular job, and going to school. Fucking wild. But hey, hey, here I am now. Here I am now. Dougie Doug says, hey, I saw on TikTok some Bronco fans were pissed. That's how he wrote it. Pissed. He's pissed that you said Vaughn should only return to Denver to retire. Some called into question your credibility. Thoughts? And go, is what he said. Yes, some people are fucking furious. It's mostly on TikTok. I think there's, now that being said, there's several people on TikTok that were responding, and they're like, dude, I get it, hard pill to swallow, but I get it, type of thing. And you know, I'm a Bronco fan, but you're right, stuff like that. Because I'm saying that he's past his prime and he wouldn't be a good enough addition for the Denver Broncos to sign him. Essentially, would you waste a roster spot? Because some people are like, no, you bring him on as a motivational guy. You don't waste a roster spot on a cheerleader. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I don't hate Von Miller. I want him to retire as a Denver Bronco. I think it's phenomenal the shit he did for this franchise. Guys, that doesn't mean I fucking hate him. It doesn't mean that I want the Broncos to fail. Pull your head out of your ass. Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that bugs me about people that are wearing the shades of color of their favorite team. You're so blinded by that you look foolish when simple questions pop up. You're so blinded by that. You're wearing your orange-colored sunglasses, and you can't see the truth that's right in front of you. Yeah, maybe, if you can get in there and get him for a fucking sweet-ass deal, he might have some gas left in the tank. Okay? But don't come in here thinking that he's going to be a high-end, high-impact player. He's not. But I still question I think from a business perspective, it wouldn't make sense to bring him back for 1 year of nostalgia. You're bringing him back, it's going to be more of a distraction. The Broncos don't need that. And while some people mock me when I say that where the Broncos are headed, they don't need this. The path that they're going down, they don't need this. Oh, the path they're going down, like they're going to be something special. Yeah, they are. Just like the Commanders, the Broncos made it to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. The Broncos hadn't made the playoffs in fucking forever. So yeah, they're trending upwards. It'd be moronic for me to mock that. Oh, wait, that's what you did, sir. The point is, I'm not going to jack off Von Miller because of what he did in the past. It's not blasphemy for me to say that he's past his prime and isn't worth putting on the roster. It's not blasphemy for me to say the only way I want Von Miller to be back with the Denver Broncos is for him to come back and sign a 1-day contract so he can retire. The point is, guys wait till it's so obvious that they need to retire. That's when they retire. Von Miller is young enough where obviously his play has declined, but he's not fully banged up. It would make sense for his body and his future beyond the gridiron for him to walk away while he can walk away and focus on him. We got a chicken crisis right now. Who do we need? We need Von Miller. That's who we need. If you don't know, Von Miller is all about poultry, raising chickens and stuff like that. If we ever needed a savior wearing orange and blue, it's now. Von Miller, save the eggs. Save the eggs. That's what we need. I'd rather him focus on that than trying to get on the Broncos roster. So my thoughts are, just because he had great moments with the Denver Broncos doesn't mean I need to continue to jerk him off. Come on, guys. You're slapping his cock in your face nonstop. It's ridiculous. You're embarrassing yourself. He's past his prime. It's okay to admit that. You look more like a foolish fan when you say stuff like, no, bring him back. He could be the guy in the locker room that just really raises the boats. No, you don't do that. There was one guy that brought something up. Oh, I should have. It was on TikTok too. And he said, what if he retired as a Bronco, came back, signed basically a one-day contract to retire as a Bronco, but they hired him on as some sort of coach for the D-line or something like that. That makes sense. That makes sense. And that brings that inspiration guy to the locker room. So there you go. That's meeting in the middle. Meeting in the middle. But nobody has given me a valid reason why you would bring back Von Miller. It doesn't make sense. Other than nostalgia, guys, just get that out of your head. It doesn't make sense. The Broncos need to build for the future. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to be adding a piece like that unless it's part of the coaching staff. Then that makes sense. But Dougie Doug, I don't think a lot of people are thinking properly. They're thinking that like they see Von Miller in front of them, and the first words that pop out of their mouth are,
I will suck your fucking dick.
and it's like, that. What is that getting you guys other than a sore jaw? It's just not worth it. Just not worth it. I like him. I want him to go in the Hall of Fame. I want him to retire as a Denver Bronco, because that's what he'll forever be to me, is a Denver Bronco. I like to see him succeed. It doesn't make sense for him to come back. It's weird that we're still talking about it, but as of yesterday, that video was getting some new legs and more people were responding to it. And there's a good chunk that are just negative in attacking me, thinking that it makes no sense for me to say what I was saying. Makes no sense for you guys to bring him back. Josh S. said, they should do a reboot version of The League. Please discuss. If you never saw the show The League, it was pretty freaking hilarious. And who was the guy? Part of the reason why they'll never bring it back is that one comedian guy lied about being at 9/11, and he said he was in the mix of it and all this stuff. Turns out he wasn't. It's like, who fucking lies about that shit? I know people that have lied about some whacked out shit. I have. And I can't wrap my brain around it. And he did that. And him being a public figure, the truth was bound to come out. But it was a really funny show. And Josh added the last few seasons were meh when Pete started when he started being he forgot a letter. Started being a DraftKings commercial, But other than that, it was so good. They should do a reboot. It was funny. And there was that one guy, Taco, fucking hilarious actor. He also was on Brooklyn, whatever. Oh my God, I can't think of any of the TV shows. Anyway, the league was funny, and if I ever see it on TV, I'll tune in. It makes me laugh. I don't feel like it's a show that you need to follow from start to finish to appreciate an episode. There's also a show called Psych that was that way. It's just a hilarious detective show where the guy pretends to be psychic. He's just really super observant. They ended up doing a a copycat of that, but more dramatic, called The Mentalist. It literally ripped off that show. It ripped off Psych. Psych did it first. But those are shows where I can just tune in. Doesn't matter what episode it is. Boom. Hilarious. Doesn't matter. And that's the way the league was. It was just really fucking funny. But I doubt that they'll do a reboot. I doubt it. There's got to be some good shows out there that they should do a reboot. I was watching something, I think it was Conan O'Brien's podcast, where he was talking to a Jason Bateman, who's an amazing actor. Love everything he's in. And he was talking about they had an idea for doing a Arrested Development TV or movie. And they would have had like big name actors playing them for the movie and blah, blah, blah. But they would be in the movie too. But it would be a movie about Hollywood making a movie about them type of thing. And I think like Matt Damon was interested in playing Jason Bateman's character and all this stuff. It looks hilarious, but Bateman doesn't think that it would have enough interest for it to happen now. I think if somehow they did a push on streaming wherever Arrested Development is streaming, let it get some legs again, and then see, hey, it's like AP Bio. If you haven't seen AP Bio, I can't remember what. There's so many fucking platforms to watch movies and TV shows. AP Bio is hilarious, and I'm terrible with names. It's the guy that plays Dennis on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's the lead actor. He's hilarious in this show. This show's been off the air for like 2 years, but it got new legs. It got new legs. Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs. It got new legs on Netflix, I believe it is. And it's like one of the number one comedy shows on Netflix right now. But it's been done with for a few years. I think Arrested Development could get that again. I think they could go back and release, say, like one of the third or fourth season. I don't know how many seasons they did, but you do something like that, and I think it would really gain a lot of interest in it. And I think a movie like Arrested Development would do well. I think it would, but I'm also a fan of that show. I'm just trying to think if there's another show out there that they could bring back, at least in a movie format. I talk about the show Psych. Psych has done like 3 movies. Probably didn't need to do that. Probably not. But they got a bunch of people that love that show. They're called psychos. My kids are 2 little psychos. They love that show. I love that show. But I'm wondering, is there, because like if they did a League the movie, it might do well. It might. The guy that got shamed, Ranazizis. I don't know how the fuck you say his name. He's the one that lied about being in the middle of 9/11. I think that one would just be a good one-time made-for-TV movie. Maybe you do that, one long episode. I don't know if you do a full season. A reboot? I don't know. He burned things, but it could help him recover his career. Maybe people would be more forgiving. But he did lie about a pretty fucking horrible thing. I know somebody that lied about their ex-husband dying of cancer. And then I end up talking to the guy's current wife, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry to hear about what happened. She's like, what are you talking about? He's fine. I'm like, what the fuck? Who would lie about that? People lie about weird shit. They do. The hell, man. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Thanks to, hold on. One more coming in. JR Slick said, do you think baseball needs a salary cap so teams like the Rockies don't blow every year? Or is Dick Montfort just a cheap and shitty owner? Great question. Just got it in, JR. That's very interesting. I don't think you can cap baseball. Should they? Yes, because it is not a level playing field. But you look at the Yankees, they spend a butt ton of money all the time. Doesn't really pay off for them anymore. I think ultimately what you're stuck with is they're not going to put a cap on baseball. I don't see that happening. It ultimately comes down to Dick Montfort and the ownership to they need to open their checkbooks and go after the big name players. You see these guys that are available, and you know the Rockies aren't in the hunt. They're not. That's what sucks. They're content with being bottom of the barrel. They're the little shit at the bottom of a pickle jar. Just the sediment, okay? Just miscellaneous floating things. That's the Rockies. They're fine with that. They don't want to be the pickle sticking out towards the lid. They don't want that. Nah, it's fine. We'll just be the random shit at the bottom that we don't really know what it is. That's the Rockies. That's a horrible analogy. You're welcome. You're welcome. But the Rockies aren't willing to spend money, so they're never going to achieve consistent success. They might luck out every now and then, but ultimately, they're not going to achieve success. And that's shameful. Dick Montfort is just cheap. And like you said, JR, a shitty owner. Will it ever change? Not until they sell or he has, a night where he's visited by 3 fucking ghosts. And then he's just like, I need to change my ways. Let's start spending money. Let's get a competitive product. And it sucks because there have been some great players for this Rockies organization. But overall, one guy can't do it. 2 guys can't do it. You need a top to bottom great roster. They just don't got it. So until the mindset of ownership changes for the Rockies, they are going to be a shitty team. And that sucks. It sucks for me because I've had the love of baseball has been resuscitated in me because of my son doing Little League baseball. And I want to enjoy watching the Rockies, but I can't because it's such a terrible product. And that's because of the Montforts. So anyway, way to go, JR. Way to bring it down. Way to bring it down. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. Really appreciate it. JR, Dougie Doug, JS, Josh, thank you guys so much for joining in on the program. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Whether you're listening or watching, hit that subscribe button. Also, click on the like button. Big thanks to Bet Online. Go to betonline.ag. I got to go take care of my sick daughter. Oh, you sound terrible. I'm kidding. She just hit me. I love you, sweetie. All right. I love you guys as well. Have a fantastic day. Hopefully you smiled a little bit in this episode. Let's continue to move forward. Don't edit me out. I will. No. Not. Love you. All right, let's continue to move forward.